The Pepsi Game of the Week is brought to you by Pepsi Cola of the Hudson Valley.
Welcome to Tenney Stadium here, the home for Marist College football. We're underway. Bucknell Bisons taking on the Marist Red Foxes. Red Foxes coming to this game with a record of 1-4, and Bucknell with a record of 2-1. Well, a beautiful afternoon for college football, and a beautiful facility. My first time here at Tenney Stadium.
Well, it's great to be up here, Christian, and we certainly have a great day to play football today with two fine football teams.
Bucknell running their triple option offense, but don't expect them to keep the ball on the ground. First play, though, it's Trigg running off right tackle, picks up about 4 yards on the play, but not the typical option offense.
No, they have, Marist and Bucknell certainly have contrasting styles. Bucknell is using the old-fashioned triple option, where he can keep the ball, he can give the ball to the fullback, he can pitch it to the halfback. The defense needs to play assignment football, and we'll get into that later in the game, Christian.
Second and about, we'll call it 6 for the Bison. Just shy of their own 40-yard line. Handoff goes up the middle. Breaking it outside, plenty of room. That'll be a first down for Bucknell.
Now the inside backers right there have to get off that block. You know, everybody in that defense has got a key read, and somebody's responsible for that fullback, and he's got to be able to get to his key read and make that stop and fight through the block.
Last carry going to A.J. Kizikai, Jr. from Pawtucket, Rhode Island. First and 10, Bison. Just across midfield, called the Marist 47-yard line. Kizikai again. Not much running room along the right sideline. A good job of pursuit by the men in red.
That's an outstanding play by a defensive end. You know, they came out and showed option here to Marist's sideline, and they turned around and ran a pitch the other way. The backside end stayed home and was able to make the stop. Good play. You're going to see it right here. He stays home, he cuts the angle off, and he's able to slow him up until help comes on the way.
Call it a loss of about a yard. Bringing up 2nd and 11 for the Bison.
This is another part of their option offense. They'll run the option out of this right here too, Christian.
Shotgun, draw play. Breaking it to the outside, a big gain for the Bison. Still on his feet. And Bucknell is inside the Marist 20-yard line. Josh Lee with a big gain, draw play out of the spread formation.
That play was very well executed, but you can't have missed tackles and expect to have short gains.
Big gain by Lee down to the 18-yard line. We'll see a number of Marist defenders having a chance but missing.
They get on him right here. They got a block. Got to make that stop right there is where they have to stop him.
34-yard gain for Lee on that last rushing attempt. First and 10, Bison on the move. This time Trigg calling his own number right up the gut. Another good gain. He'll be close to another Bison first down.
Marcelo Trigg, Christian, leads the nation in passing efficiency. And that's pretty good. And the reason I believe why he does is because their running game is so good. Their run sets up their pass, and he's very efficient at it.
Again, the triple option offense is something that's been making a lot of headlines here in the Hudson Valley this year, with Army going to the triple option. But they run it, and they primarily keep the ball on the ground.
Absolutely.
But Bucknell showing a lot of versatility out of this option set. Call it first and goal for Bucknell from the Marist 9-yard line. Pitch. Here's the Kizikai. Not much doing along the right sideline.
That's a good play. That is called a rocket, where they get the back way beyond the midpoint of the offense and get the ball to them and try and outrun the front side of the defense. The outside backer in the corner cut it off superbly.
Take a look at it here. You'll see number 40 in red, John Van Almen, makes a good job there.
And they cut
it out, getting help from his buddy from the Marist secondary.
They cut it off very, very well.
Second and goal. Ball looks like it's about the 6-yard line. Just getting started here. First quarter from Tenney Stadium in Poughkeepsie.
They're playing man coverage right here.
Sweep goes to the left.
Should be a made a nice play right there. I was surprised that the official didn't throw the flag right there, Christian, because he was on the back of the defender.
Nick Zyvik coming up from the secondary. A good short tackle.
Very nice play.
We're seeing the Marist secondary doing a better job of tackling in the last few plays. And on that big gainer by the Bison, you mentioned earlier, Coach, that they missed a few tackles coming up from the secondary position.
They can't do it. And, you know, again, we talk about yards after the run, yards after the catch, and it's important.
3rd and goal for Bucknell. Ball on the 8-yard line of the Red Foxes. Trigg looks to his right, got a man out in the flat. He's wrapped up. And once again, that's John Van Amen.
You know it was good right there. The defense of Marist played that exceptionally well. He wanted to go to the tight end in that situation. The linebacker had coverage. You're going to see it right here. Tight end right there. The linebacker had coverage, had to go to a secondary receiver, and they were covering him very, very well. Great play by Marist.
Marist defense comes up big as Bucknell moves inside their 10-yard line. Will set up a 22-yard field goal attempt for Bucknell. Drew Orth on to give it a try, the freshman from Sugarloaf, Pennsylvania. It's a fake. Ball is up and intercepted in the end zone.
Well, I tell you, Christian, if there was ever a stop that Marist had to make to turn their fortunes around in this game, that was the one.
Nick Zyvik, his second big play as the Bison try the fake field goal, but the Red Foxes defense is not buying.
And you're going to see it. Hopefully, they were able to read their keys, stay with their people, and Bucknell thought, you're going to see it right here. Fake, he comes out. He thinks the end's going to be open. Coverage man right there. Great play.
Marist special teams unit not at all fooled by that. Marist offense will take over 1st down and 20. Chris Dabowski calling the signals. And there he is, going a long way. Iakoye on his way down the sideline, 30, 20, 10. Can they catch him? 80-yard touchdown run.
Bo Okoye has got the one-cut ability to give him speed, and he's got the power of a fullback. He's a 5'11", 220-pound rusher, Christian, that showed his versatility right there. That touchdown gives him the all-time Marist mark at 42 touchdowns. He is #1 in the record book right now. He was tied with J.J. Allen.
We'll take a look at it. First play from scrimmage for the Marist offense. Iakoye goes around the left side, breaks the tackle, and then shows some speed, outrunning the Bucknell secondary to the goal line.
I got to tell you, that is an impressive run. That is an impressive run. Linebacker stepped out, and he ran right through him and then outraced the secondary. I am impressed.
Talk about a swing in momentum. Bucknell lining up for a field goal, gets stopped on the fake field goal, and then the Marist offense steps on the field, one play, 80 yards. And the folks here at Marist have given us the permission, Coach, to call him Bo. We don't know his pronunciation of his last name. Has been pronounced a number of different ways, but we'll just call him Bo. Look at the point after here. It's straight and through. Marist on top 7-0. 9:35 to go in the first quarter.
Well, thank you very much, because I was going to struggle with Bo's name, and I was hoping somebody would say, just call him Bo. Thank you.
I was going with Iakoye. There was a running back of the Kansas City Chiefs, Christian Okoye. It was a similar pronunciation, but...
and you never want it.
Okay, we're going to take time out right now. We'll be back with more the Pepsi Game of the Week on the Cable 6 Sports Network. We're back at Poughkeepsie Tennis Stadium. Marist Red Foxes jump on top early, 7-0. And there's the man who gets credit for scoring the first points of the game.
I never want to pronounce anybody's name or mispronounce anybody's name, so we're just going to call him Bo. Great job, Bo. Way to go.
Red Foxes, short kick. Ball is loose on the ground. And then pushed out of bounds at about the 21-yard line.
You know what I'm impressed with so far, Christian, is the fact that Marist has done a great job recognizing formations, understanding personnel. A great job. Their scouting and implementation of what they want to do for this game so far has been very, very good.
The Bucknell offense moved the ball well their first possession. We'll take a look at them. Marcelo Trigg, the quarterback, runs the show. McLeod, DeBello, Phelan, Carter, Edwards, Pasternak, Mullen, Pizakai, Applegate, and Odenbach, the starters for the Bison. Now, as I was saying, they moved the ball well their first possession, got inside the Marist 10-yard line, stopped, and then the fake field goal does not succeed.
Obviously, early in the game like that, you know, it's a toss-up, Christian, whether you want to try and get the 6 or the 3. And again, depending upon what type of a coach you are and what you feel you have to do, you make that choice. Obviously, for Bucknell, that was the wrong choice.
First down, gains about 3 yards for the Bison, bringing up 2nd and 7. Marcelo Trigg, junior Signer Cola from Florida. Drops back to pass, got a man out in the flat. That's Pizakai.
Marist doing a pretty good job in recognition, I'll tell you. That time they were in a cover 3, and which means there are 3 deep secondary personnel, and their 2 outside backers got to the flat. So far, so good for Marist.
Juani Carler comes up from his cornerback position to make the tackle for the Red Foxes. 3rd and 1 for the Bison. Ball right on the 30-yard line. Trigg hands it off. Doesn't look like Lee is going to get there.
You know, it looks like I saw Marist play last week against Sacred Heart, Christian. It looks like that touchdown that Bo just went 80 yards with has given his team a tremendous lift. There's a great spirit on defense right now, and they are playing with a purpose. See it right here. Comes out, sheds the block, and gets help from his friends.
Punting unit for Bucknell now on the field. Nick Andre makes that last tackle, the senior captain, from his linebacker position. We'll see if Tim Landis wants to try another fake. I doubt it right here.
Not here, he's not.
James Lamacchia signals for the fair catch on his own 27-yard line. And
I got to tell you, Christian, on that punt right there, Marist at some point in this game may have an opportunity to block it, because you know at least visual time right here from the snap to the kick seemed long to me.
$7-0 Red Foxes. 7:46 to go in the first quarter. First and 10 from their own 27-yard line. And goes again inside to Bo. Marist offense should be pretty well rested right now, except for Bo, who sprinted down the sideline for 80 yards, maybe a little winded after that.
Well, what's going to happen here, if Bo keeps running like he's running right now, Dombrowski's going to have an awful easy time throwing the ball, because they're going to have to key on Bo, and the throw will be there.
2nd and 8 for the Red Foxes. Dabowski back in the shotgun. Pair of receivers to his right, and that's where he's looking. Screen pass set up.
Well played by Bucknell. They did not rush the passer, and they recognized the screen pretty quick, and they were able to stop it for a short gain.
Gain of a couple of yards as we take another look at it. Dabowski looks to his right, sets up the screen going to his left, but good recognition by the Bucknell D.
They, like we said before, Dabowski is a real key to this offense. If he plays well, Marist will win.
Robert De La Rosa making the tackle from his defensive line position for Bucknell. 3rd down and 7 for Dabowski and the Marist offense. Under pressure, Dabowski will go down at about the 20-yard line. 2 Bucknell defenders get their paws on him and bring up a Marist punt.
When you are a right-handed quarterback, Your backside protector, your left tackle, is the guy that's got to be the most solid on the team. And you're going to see it right here. He beats the left guard right there, and it's on his blind side, and they have a very difficult time seeing that. In pass protection, they are the most two important men.
Credit Will Broff, the junior defensive lineman, defensive tackle with the sack, 6'4", 265 from Bardonia, New York. Brings up a Marist punt. Low short punt. Takes a bounce. One missed tackle. And Marist special teams unit does a good job. Ball comes loose. Referees, though, have whistled the play dead, I believe.
Good coverage by the Marist punt team. The outside gunners had great angles on him. Didn't make a tackle on the first hit, but it slowed him up enough where he can get help from his friends.
See Nolan Applegate back to return for the Bison. We do have a flag on the play as we look at the end of this play. There is a flag way down on about the Marist 5-yard line. We'll get the call. Coach, I'm not sure if you can read lips there, but perhaps it's 5-yard. I think so. They may have been running into the kicker, not roughing the kicker. And Jim Parody is going to choose to kick it again. Still 4th down for the Red Foxes.
Well, he wants to try to ensure, Christian, that he puts the ball on the other side of the 50. That's what he wants. In this case, it's a good choice.
Kevin Pauly is the punter for the Red Foxes, the sophomore. From Rochester, New York. Again, Applegate back to receive Pauly's punt. A little better effort by Pauly on this one. Applegate lets it go. It's a good Red Foxes bounce, and it will go inside the 10-yard line. Finally, rolling day, touchdown at about the 6-yard line. Not a good decision by Applegate to let that ball bounce.
Well, I want to say Marist picked up about 50 yards in field position right there and has pinned Bucknell back very well. When you're the punt returner back there, you got to get the ball in the air.
Good decision by Jim Parody in his 17th year on the sidelines for the Red Foxes. Guess you learned something along those sidelines, spending 17 years here as the head man for Marist.
Coach Parody has been here, like you said, 17 years. I know Coach Parody. He is the core of this program here, Christian. Because of his stability and his style of coaching, he's able to attract great athletes and great coaches.
1st and 10, Bison.
That's the same play they ran down here for a big gainer. The linebacker at that time was able to scrape off of his block and make the stop. Much better played.
Gain of 4 for the Bison.
Marist on defense, Christian, they are assigned personnel in this option. And if you watch them, the free safety is going to be in charge of the quarterback. One of the two safeties over here, looks like 32, will be in charge of the quarterback.
Inside handoff goes to the fullback, but again, the interior defensive Marist doing a good job of clogging up the holes and not much doing inside. Will bring up 3rd down for Bucknell.
Assignment football is tough to play. I don't know how much option Marist sees during the course of the year, but when you come to game plan and to practice plan, you've got to make a different set of rules sometimes when you face a triple option team. That's why guys like Army and Air Force and Bucknell run it.
Yeah, actually, they don't see much of it. Coach Parody said they spent 3 days of practice trying to defend the option. Not very much time. Trigg back to pass. Fires one to a receiver. It looks like he'll have just enough, as the receiver did a good job of sitting down right by the 1st down marker. That's Sean Pasternak, sophomore from Clark Summit, Pennsylvania. And they do move the chains. 1st down for Bucknell.
With the offense that Bucknell has, you know, it's a kind of an offense, Christian, where you want to play defense with your offense too. You're going to see it right here. Sat right down in the open zone, made a good catch on a bad throw.
Trigg runs the option, pitches. He's got Lee trying to turn the corner. Good job, though, Coming up from the secondary, Kwame Carler, the senior.
That's a different look on the option. That was a load option to put the halfback out in front of the running back to block the perimeter player. And Marist has done a good job of fighting off and making stops.
Yeah, thus far, the Marist defense has done a good
Yeah,
job
they've
of
done a real
also
good job.
forcing Trigg to pitch. He, every time they go outside, he's really had to pitch. Hasn't really been able to turn it up himself.
Well, Kizakai is their guy. He's the guy that they, when Trigg doesn't have the ball, Kizakai's got it.
Gain of 3 on first down for Bucknell. We're under 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. They trail by 7. This time it's Trigg. Does call his number, running wide, and again, good pursuit. Ball comes loose. Penalty flags come flying. Perhaps a face mask. Can't see who recovered the football.
And again, you can see the free, if you see the replay on this one, you're going to see the free safety. And you're going to see it right here. Free safety's got the quarterback. He comes out, he steps through, and he gets some help from his friends. That penalty hurts.
Kwame Domfee gets called for the personal foul face masking penalty, 15-yard penalty. Yeah, and the Marist defense was in good position on that last play. They were there, and a number of defenders in red jerseys around the football, but a little too aggressive, and a big 15-yard penalty marked off against them.
You know, Marist has got to eliminate their penalties. They've been playing so well defensively that they can't have that kind of a yardage game by Bucknell.
Bison started this drive on their own 6-yard line, moved the ball up to the 39-yard line, thanks to that last 15-yard penalty. 1st and 10. Play action and fake. Trigg in trouble. Gets out of it. He's got a man. Kizakai makes one man miss. Kizakai cutting it back. Plenty of traffic around midfield as he crosses midfield, and Trigg turns what looked like a bad play into a good play. 2
missed tackles right there. Christian have meant probably a 20-yard swing and differential. They missed a sack and they missed a pass over here. They've got to tackle better. You're going to see it right here. They're covering well in the secondary.
Looks like that was a leading tackle on Nick Andre, who had a chance to make the tackle, get the sack, and Trigg did a good job of fighting him off and then getting the completion. Another 1st down for Bucknell. They're in Marist territory, 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line. Lee gets the pitch. Straight up the field, gains about 6 or 7 yards on 1st down.
Well, you know, I think that Marist is forcing Bucknell a little bit to get out of some of the things they want to do because of the way they're defending him. Again, that was another rocket play where they get the guy past the midpoint of the offense and toss the ball to him and let him go one-on-one with the other side. Marist is playing their base 33, and they're playing their linebackers up. It's almost like they got 8 guys in the box to stop the run. Here they're in a cover 2 looking for the pass.
Well, it's 2nd and 4. Trigg straight drop. He's got a man out to the right. Another 1st down. Simple down and out pattern ran by, I believe it's Alex Odenbach.
Classic post corner right there. Make a move on the post, get behind the linebacker in front of the safety. When you're facing cover 2, the best place to go is down the middle, splitting the safeties. And and the other place to go is if you can get in front of the safety and behind the backer on the outside.
Rory Foley comes up from his strong safety position to make a tackle on that, but a 1st down. Bison, they're on the move again. 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line of Marist. We're under a minute to go in the 1st quarter. Option to Lee.
He checked out of that. He wanted to throw the ball there, and he checked back to the option to the other side.
Daniel Faison makes the tackle for Marist. See if Bucknell gets another play off before the 1st quarter kicks off. Another good gain on 1st down, though, for Bucknell, setting themselves up for a good position here, the 2nd and 5. Trigg under center. Another option, big stick applied as we end the 1st quarter. Penalty flag comes down. Again, that was Nick Zyvik, who's had a big first quarter, came up with a big tackle. They're going to call a personal foul, though. That's how we'll end the first quarter. Actually, perhaps not. I'm not sure if the first quarter will end on that penalty call.
On that play right there, the end was responsible for the quarterback, made his read, made his tackle. You're going to see it. He comes out here, they played a fake, they played a quarterback, and they played a pitch. Very well played by Marist.
Nice play by Zyvik, straight up tackle. I'm not sure who they're flagging for the penalty, but another 15-yard penalty, the second personal foul on this drive.
Let's see what the call is, Christian.
Personal foul, number 88 of the defense. Half the distance to the goal, first down, untimed play.
The only thing they could have thought there was, the ball was out and he had enough time to stop. I thought it was a pretty good play to myself.
Penalty goes against number 88, O.G. Igbinosin, who gets flagged for it. And
I thought it was a good play.
there'll be one more play here to end the first quarter. There is no time left on the clock, but first quarter cannot end on a penalty. So 1st and 10, Bucknell, 17-yard line, or 12-yard line, correction. Trigg runs the draw, just as the coach calls it. He's inside the 5, down to about the 1-yard line. Another flag on the field. But the man to my right had that play called correctly. This one's going to go against Bucknell. As we end the first quarter, they'll march it down to the other side of the field.
When they spread them like that close to the goal line, it's going to be some sort of a play in the middle. Draw, a quick pass, and I kind of felt the draw was going to be right there.
We'll just wait for the final call from the official.
Run, pushing the back, number 73 of the offense. 10 yards from the spot of the foul, untimed down.
Guess we're going to have another one, so this first quarter will not come to an end. So hold on, everyone. Don't go to those refrigerators yet. We have one more play to go. Well, I'm not going to say that. I said that last time. We got 1st and 18 coming up for Bucknell. Ball on the 23-yard line from Marist. Let's see if we can see the penalty call.
There's the penalty right there, for sure. That was a good call by the official.
Good call by you, Coach. You called the draw. Trigg ran the draw. What's coming up on this play, Coach? You're 1st and 18. Trigg straight drop. There was a lot of pressure in the backfield, a lot of traffic, though. He stayed on his feet, and that play will end the first quarter. A good first quarter for the Marist Red Foxes. They lead after 1 quarter of play, 7-0 over Bucknell. We'll be back with more of the Pepsi Game of the Week on the Cable 6 Sports Network. Welcome back to Tenney Stadium on the campus of Marist College. Red Foxes up 7-0, and now we go down to the field with sideline reporter Lindsay LaCory. Lindsay.
Christian, with Bo Okoye's first quarter touchdown, he is now the all-time touchdown scorer here at Marist, passing the late J.J. Allen. Allen played football here from 96 to 98 under Parody. He passed away from cancer in 2003. Parody compared the two players and said they're both workhorses, but better yet, modest about accomplishments, and they're great examples for younger teammates. Christian?
Thank you very much, Lindsay. And what a way to break a record, an 80-yard touchdown run, not a 1-yard plunger. He went the distance. So
on the first play from scrimmage.
Congratulations, Bo. Now it's the Bucknell offense on the move. They've got 2nd down, about 15, just inside the Marist 20. Handoff goes to Lee. Andre gets a chance but misses. About 4 or 5 red jerseys pile up on him. Just shy of the 10-yard line will bring up 3rd down for Bucknell.
First contact by the Marist defense. This has got to be better, Christian. It just has to be better.
Well, it's homecoming here at Marist College. Good crowd on hand, and what a facility here at Tenney Stadium. A beautiful football facility on a beautiful fall day. And I'll tell you what, I played football here at Marist about 20 years ago, and this field didn't look anything like this.
Oh, it's spectacular, spectacular.
3rd and 8, Trigg. Play action. He's got plenty of time. He's got Izakai close to the 1st down marker.
That's better. They wanted to show option to the right real quick. And then they wanted to take Kizakai, take him one step, put him out in the flat, and good recovery by the Marist defense.
Trigg was 5 of 6 passing for 44 yards through the first 15 minutes. They'll make it to the last pass play.
Big play here for Marist. They're 4th and 1 right here, Christian.
4th and 1. This time there is no kicker coming on the field. If you're just joining us, Bucknell tried a fake field goal early on from similar field position, but the Marist special teams unit came up big.
Looks like Marist changed their defense a little bit right there, and Trigg got over center and saw something he didn't like to call that timeout.
So 4th and 1 upcoming for Bucknell as the Marist defense gets some water. It's, again, a nice day for football, though the sun is out, so it certainly gets a little hot with those shoulder pads and helmets on.
Well, I think that Marist's effort has been really consistent here, in a quarter plus, Christian. Their intensity has been good the entire first quarter, which is going to result in good things for Marist.
Defense has been on the field for an awful long time here through the first quarter and just getting started here in the second quarter.
Well, this drive started on a 6-yard line.
Bucknell trying to put the finishing touches on a 94-yard, what would be a 94-yard touchdown drive.
They got a man up right here, I'll tell you.
Trigg in the shotgun. He's got Lee and Kizakai. Takes it himself. Marcelo Trigg in the end zone for the Bison's first touchdown of the game.
Marcelo Trigg is deceptively strong, Christian. I mean, he fought off a tackle right there to get into the end zone. You're going to see it right here. Comes out, looking option. He gets a block. Got pretty good agility. Fought the tackle off.
Trigg listed at 5'11", 186 pounds. Drew Orth on to try to even the score for the Bison. Kick is up and on its way, and it splits the uprights. We got a 7-7 ball game. 13:41 to go in the second quarter. So a 94-yard touchdown drive for the Bucknell Bison, led by Marcelo Trigg, and Trigg goes over from a couple of yards out to finish it off.
That was a well-executed drive. They showed right there in that one drive what they do. They run some option. They'll give the ball to the pitch. They'll run with the quarterback. They'll throw the ball to various receivers. That's what they do. They want to play, and Bucknell wants to play defense with their offense as much as possible.
Take a look at the scoring drive. 12 plays, 94 yards, capped off by Trigg, 3-yard run on 4th and 1. Pick up 6 minutes and 35 seconds. So the Marist defense just could not get themselves off the football field on that last drive.
And that'll take its toll, Christian, if it happens too often during the course of the game. They need to have Bowen Company on the field to give the defense a break. Now Marist's got to answer with their drive.
That's one thing Jim Parody told me earlier this week, is that he wants his offense to keep this Bucknell, he needs his offense to move the ball in order to keep the Bucknell offense off the field. We'll see if they can get things going. 7-7 game.
They need a good run back right here. They want to try to get to their side of the 50 if they can. Get the Bucknell side of the 50.
Jaquan Bryant back to receive for Marist.
Going to have an opportunity right here.
I think it may be Malone.
Wedge. Got to the 27, Christian. That's a pretty fair start for them.
It's O'Neal Anderson, actually. Excuse me. Junior. From Massachusetts. First and 10 for Chris Dabowski in this Marist offense. Junior from California, junior college transfer, running the show for Jim Parody's offense. Handoff goes inside to Bo.
Like we said before, they're going to need to, Dabowski is going to have to show he can throw the ball to allow those running lanes to open up for Bo. You know, that was a typical I play right there, the old counter tray that the Washington Redskins used to use. They pull the backside guard and tackle and try and get flow from the defense. And you know that Bucknell is keying on Bo.
Give you a Koya gain of 4 on first down.
Looking
Second and 6.
Looking for the pass right here, though. And cover 2.
Handoff goes inside again.
They disguised that right there. They were in a 2-deep secondary, and as soon as the play got off, they rotated into a 3-deep secondary, and they're disguising their defense pretty well and giving the quarterback a tough time on his reads.
Handoff goes to Anderson, who picks his way through the defense and comes up 2 yards short of a first down. 3rd and 2 coming up for the Red Foxes. Ball sits on the 36-yard line. Dabowski in the shotgun.
Now they're in cover 2 again.
Handoff inside the Bo, drags the defender across the 40-yard line, and that will be enough for a Marist first down.
And you can see right there, he has got the strength to run inside as a 220-pounder with the speed to run outside.
Marist keeps the ball on the ground, 3rd and short, and there you see Iakoye, 5'11", 220 pounds, though, and just dragging the defender across the 40-yard line, or just to the 40-yard line. First down, Red Foxes.
He's a workhorse. Looking for the throw again.
Play action fake. Dabowski swings it outside. Nice catch made on the play by Will Brown.
That was pretty well conceived. I mean, if the quarterback would have got the ball up a little bit to him, you know, with their drop in coverage, there was a big hole right there for him to run. A lot of space. He made a great catch, though, on a tough ball.
Brown, the junior from Milford, Connecticut. No, Windsor, Connecticut, excuse me. Short gain on first, give him a yard pickup. 2nd and 9. Dabowski's got Brown again out to his left. Twin receivers to his right. Reaction fake, straight drop. Scrambles out of the pocket, Dabowski. Picks up about 5 or 6 yards. Will set up 3rd down for Marist.
One thing about Dabowski, we talked about him being key to how this offense is going to go. He is deceptively quick when he runs the ball. He is elusive, and he doesn't get taken down usually with one tackler, Christian. See it right here. Makes the fake. His people are covered, sees the hole, breaks a tackle, and he gets in and out pretty quick. I'm pretty impressed with him.
We'll fill you in on how a California kid finds his way to Poughkeepsie just after this play. Dabowski rolling to his right. He's got his tight end out in the flat. First down, Red Foxes. A big play on 3rd down.
That right there, Christian, is an old waggle play. They come out and show action to the left. They'll pull the guard to block on the front side. You're going to see it right here. Come out, pull the guard. You're going to drag the tight end from the left all the way to the right underneath the coverage. Classic waggle play.
Robert Spano, the tight end, picks up the big play for the Marist offense.
Well executed. They ran the front side off with the wide out. Well executed.
Spano, the junior from Mamaroneck, 6'5", 242, good size. 1st and 10, Marist from the 33. Handoff inside to Iakoye. He barrels his way through the Bucknell defense.
And you can see why he's got 42 touches. He is a load to stop.
But getting back to Dabowski, from California, plays junior college football in California, and then Coach Barrett told me that the kid wanted to play. You know, in his junior year, he's looking for a program that needed a starting quarterback. Imagine Marist graduated their starting quarterback, so they got some film on him, and lo and behold, him and his dad come here, love the place, love the campus, and Marist got themselves a quarterback.
Now, what's not to love about Marist? Beautiful up here, Christian. And it's a great school besides.
Bow up the middle into the secondary. Inside the 10-yard line.
I got to tell you, he is a pleasure to watch. He is a pleasure to watch run. He runs low to the ground. He runs leading with his shoulders. You can't get it. You can't get a hit on him. He's right here. He leads low with his shoulders, and you're going to see him right here. It's hard to get a solid hit on him. He's a real good runner.
Jason Davis makes the tackle for Bucknell. And when you're running low to the ground, that is not the kind of guy you want to see when you're in the defensive secondary.
Not
First
as big as he
and
is.
goal for Marist. This time, Bo tries to bounce it outside. Cuts it back, though, and gains a couple of yards.
He is what you call, and I tell you, he's what you call a one-cut runner. When he gets into the hole, he makes one step and he's gone. When he has to get in traffic, his shoulder pads lead, and you can't get it. You can't get a hit on his waist or on his thighs. He just runs through people. He's got a great running style.
Second and goal, Red Foxes. Ball on the 7-yard line. Machia split left. Bowski's got another man split right.
You know, it's interesting, Christian. You know, even though they're here on the 6-yard line right now, Bucknell is still playing in a pass-look defense with cover 2. That means there are only 7 guys in the running in the box where you have to block, and Marist can block those 7 guys.
Ball nose of the football at about the 5-yard line. Third and goal for the Red Foxes.
Same thing.
Full house backfield. Handoff goes inside, and that's a Marist touchdown.
I tell you, as long as Bucknell keeps playing it that way, you know, Marist is going to have their way with them, because 7-on-7, they're going to run just like that every single time they have the ball.
Ryan Dinabeel barrels over for the 5-yard touchdown run. Full house backfield. A different look for the Marist offense. Dinabeel plows over, follows his blockers, and Marist goes back on top. 13-7. PAT awaiting. Paulie on. And he converts. 14-7. Red Foxes back on top, and a good-looking offensive drive by Marist.
See it right here. Boy, the offensive line is just pushing people off the ball. They are establishing the line of scrimmage on Bucknell's side. That is the way to answer a long touchdown drive.
Dinabeel, Coach, a freshman running back from Rivervale, New Jersey. Played his high school football at St. Joseph Regional. 6 foot, 220 pounds, and certainly made good use of those 220 pounds.
I'm pretty impressed by the way the Marist offensive line, when they're down in the trenches, gets off the ball. They are controlling Bucknell up front right now.
I'm going to correct myself. Well, I'm not sure. We're not sure who the scoring gets credit for the touchdown. We have. We'll do that correction for you. Okay. Anyway, it's 14-7 game.
That's the way to answer.
On top.
That's the way to answer. They came back and they were able to take that long drive, gave their defense a rest, and got a score as a bonus.
So we've seen both offenses move the football pretty well. Now it's whether what defense can come up with to stand. Bucknell moved the ball, 94 yards on their last drive, and Marist there at the 72-yard drive.
You know, and both teams have got a rhythm and a flow, you know, and a rhythm and a tempo with what they're doing.
Applegate gets it on the run, weaves his way through, up to about the 38-yard line, brought down by the starting strong safety, Rory Foley for Marist.
That's a pretty good field position for Bucknell to be on the 38. Now Marist got to get a stop again, and they have to avoid the penalty. They have to avoid the big penalty for sure. Hopefully create a turnover.
Foley, sophomore from West Roxbury, Massachusetts. Played his high school football at Canterbury. 1st and 10 for Bucknell. Ball on their own 39-yard line. 7:06 to go here in the first half. They trail 14-7.
They're coming here!
I'm impressed. They're playing assignment football pretty well. Those guys who are assigned to fullback are doing a good job. They're going to take Bucknell, Christian, right out of their game. And they're very good at it.
No gain on 1st down. Well, we'll give him a gain of a yard, perhaps, as the ball is at the 40-yard line.
Change the coverage up in the secondary. Much better. They are playing very disciplined defense. The defensive linemen are really allowing the linebackers to get to the ball because they're holding their people off. The offensive linemen for Bucknell cannot get into the backers to create running lanes.
Best carry for the Bison goes to Ryan Smith. Gains 2 yards, brings up 3rd and 7. See if this Marist defense can force a 3 and out, get their offense back on the field.
I think he's going to show option here, Christian, and throw the ball. Marist playing 3 deep.
Straight drop, looking left, under pressure, gets hit. As the ball is released, it's whistled incomplete. There is a penalty flag down in the position of what would be a holding call. We'll see, though. Trigg gets hammered as he tries to deliver the ball downfield, and it is an offensive holding call, and Jim Parody will likely decline that penalty.
His defense, his secondary played well. The defensive line was able to fight through their blocks and get a stop. They're playing very fast right now on defense, Christian. With high intensity.
Bradley Moore creating some pressure in the Bucknell backfield. And the Bison will be forced to punt for the first time today. Lamakia back deep to receive. Gets under it at his own 16-yard line.
Nice coverage by Bucknell. The punt was high, the hang time was good. And what Bucknell is trying to do when they punt the ball, it seems to me, is they are trying to punt it into a quadrant and not leave the middle of the field open for the runner to make runs. He's doing a pretty good job with it.
Give Lamakia a yard on the return. And Dabowski and the offense will trot back on the field.
Defense did a great job answering and giving the ball back to their offense.
5.5 minutes to go in the first half. Red Foxes looking to defeat Bucknell for the first time since the series began in 2005. Reaction fake freezes the defense. Lamakia.
That's good, though. Now he's throwing the ball on 1st down, on traditionally a running down, to try and create more space for Bo to run. And I noticed they are along the defensive front. What Bucknell is trying to do to not get beaten up on the line of scrimmage, they are beginning to slant a little bit because they're having a hard time straight up fending off Maris's blocks because Maris has established the line of scrimmage on the other side.
Lamakia picks up 3 yards on 1st down on that reception. Brings up 2nd and 7. Bucknell defense not fooled up front and having a very active first half. He's number 93 in white. That would be Robert De La Rosa.
Well, what they had to do there, because they were getting beaten up front, that they have slanted on the last 2 plays and trying to take away the blocking angles. The problem with the slanting is if you guess wrong, the ball's going to be in the secondary again.
Bowski's got 4 receiver formation.
And they're playing the pass right here.
blitzes, doesn't get to him. He looks over the middle, he's got a man.
Remember we talked about when they are in cover 2, the best place to throw the ball is splitting the safeties. That was a great route and a great throw.
Joseph DeSimone holds it in. First down, Red Foxes.
See it right here. Great protection. He has plenty of time. Right or behind the linebacker and between the safeties. And the linebacker's got to cover the tight end right there.
Good job, like you mentioned, by the offensive line, giving Dabowski plenty of time to look downfield. And he finds his man, junior wide receiver, DeSimone.
They're slanting an awful lot. They're slanting an awful lot. And now it's confusing the Marist linemen because they're coming from an outside shoulder technique across their face into a gap. And it's hard to block that. When they get up on the line of scrimmage, Christian, the center will usually call the blocking pattern up front on a particular play. And he's coached that way in practice. He's gonna call it based upon what he sees. The slant makes that difficult.
2nd and 10, Red Foxes. We'll get back to that in just a minute. Dabowski back in the shotgun.
It's right there! It's right there!
Brown hesitates, drags over the middle, makes a couple of players miss, and he's got some room down the sideline. First down, Marist.
Like we said before, if Dabowski plays well, Marist is going to win.
Will Brown just did a little hesitation drag pattern over the middle. You'll see him from the bottom of your screen. Dabowski finds him, and then Brown does the rest.
The middle of the field and the coverage that they are playing, that cover 2, is going to be open if you give them time.
Some impressive rack, as they like to call it, run after catch.
Run after the catch.
Or the old yak, yards after catch. But anyway, first down, Marist on the Bucknell 40-yard line.
They've changed their coverage.
Anderson on the dive play. But getting back to that slanting defense up front, kind of like a gambling defense, but a defensive front. I guess offensively, you got to hope that the running backs can read the holes a little bit, maybe not commit themselves so much with the defensive front slanting.
What they'll do is the slant will stop what Marist has been doing. The people up here in the box have to relay to the field, you know, what's going on, and then they will go to another set of plays that'll combat that slant. It's hard to block the slant, Christian. It really is.
2nd and 9 from Marist. They're on the move. Dabowski looks. He's got a man over the middle again. This time the catch is hauled in by Chris Ortner.
Right at the sticks. First down territory. So what Marist has chosen to do versus the slant. And when you start to slant people, you can't get a rush in the quarterback either, because you're all going in one direction. Now he's got time to throw it.
Ortner, junior tight end, good size, 6'4", 250 from Connecticut. And there's a penalty flag, though. They'll march this one back the other way. A holding call will negate a good offensive play for the Red Foxes. But Dabowski is doing a good job of really finding all of his receivers,
without a doubt,
tight ends, wide receivers.
Without
Everyone's getting involved, and that keeps a lot of players on the offensive side of football very happy when they know they have to be ready and that ball could be coming their way.
Well, what we talked about before, what that'll be able to do, it's going to be able to free up the running game. They won't slant as much.
2nd and 19 for the Red Foxes, just inside of Bucknell territory. Clock is ticking, coming up on a minute to go in the first half. Pocket collapses and Dabowski goes down. He was looking for a Lamacchia on an out and up, but the defensive secondary did a good job of not biting, and then that play takes a long time to develop.
When you have the safety, and hopefully we can bring it up and see it, when you have the safety sitting over top of that out and up, there's no up, because the safety is always going to be in front of him. You're going to see it right here. The inside receiver looking for the out and up, and he's covered over the top. The holding penalty has hurt their chances right
28 at the 42-yard line.
He needs to run the ball right here, not throw the ball away and punt out.
3rd, and we'll call it a long way to go. Confusion. Dabowski does get it off to Anderson. He's taken down inbounds. Clock will continue to tick. We've got 20 seconds to go.
He wanted to run the ball right there and not risk a pick late in the quarter.
timeout on the field.
Right here. He wants one to draw, but the back runs the wrong way, Christian. And he just wanted to, run the clock and punt out. They're going to punt here with 12 seconds.
Fourth and 34, they're calling it.
Well, they had the right idea there, Christian. They wanted to not risk the interception. Now they got to punt out from a little bit farther back.
At halftime, Lindsay LaCoria will catch up with Marist head coach Jim Parody and get his observations and thoughts about the first 30 minutes of football. He has to be pretty happy right now with the way his Red Foxes are playing. They lead by 7, 12 seconds remaining in the first half.
His offense has played with tempo and rhythm. His defense has played fast with intensity. And if they can cut down the mistakes, they'll find themselves in a better situation.
Kevin Pauly in punt formation, sophomore. Back to boot it away for the Red Foxes.
They might come get it here, Christian.
Nolan Applegate back deep for Bucknell. Pauly just wants to get it away, and he does. Fair catch signaled by Applegate, and he'll make that fair catch at about his own 36-yard line. 5 seconds remaining in the first half.
Now, my question, Christian, is this. Are they going to play that prevent defense that you like so much with 5 seconds to go?
We're going to find out. Coach, here he comes. 5 seconds to go. Right now, Bucknell is trying to figure out what 62-yard pass play they have in their playbook. 63-yard pass play in their playbook to get them down. But Marist has got 3 players spread across the field around the 30-yard line or so. And the object right now, if you're in red, do not let anyone get behind you. Trigger, let's see what kind of arm strength he has. He throws it out deep. That ball will fall incomplete, and that will do it for the first half. Red Foxes lead by a score of 14-7.
I got to be honest with you. That was not a prevent defense. They just extended their defense, and I like that.
Lindsay LaCoria is going to catch up with Jim Parody in just a minute. But a beautiful day here at Tennis Stadium. Red Foxes right now giving the homecoming crowd plenty to cheer about. They lead 14-7. We're going to throw it down to the field where Lindsay LaCoria is standing by with Coach Parody. Lindsay, take it away.
Thanks, Christian. Coach, what are the keys that have gotten your team the lead here at halftime, and what do you have to do to keep it in the second half?
Well, it's about intensity, and we really came out with great intensity today, and now we're making some good blocks, and our defense is playing well. We're playing at a fast speed, so we're very happy with that, and we got to keep that up in the second half. We get the ball to start the second half, so we need to get it and drive down the field. We got off track here. We thought we had a possession going down on the 14-7. We got the holding call late in the half, which we thought we could have gotten another one in there. So we just got to eliminate those type of mistakes, and we'll be okay.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
Christian?
Thank you very much, Lindsay. Red Foxes lead 14-7 at halftime, and at halftime, Lindsay LaCoria will be speaking to another rather famous alum from Marist College who made his name not on the football field, but inside the McCann Center. That's all coming up at halftime when we come back on the Pepsi Game of the Week. Welcome back to Marist College. Right now, we're at halftime. Red Foxes lead Bucknell 14-7, and right now, we're going to go down to the field where Lindsay LaCoria is standing by with a very special Marist College alum. Lindsay.
Thanks, Christian. Of course, it is homecoming weekend, and one of the most famous alum here from Marist College, no, not me, but former NBA player and 1988 grad, Rick Smits. You're celebrating your 20th college anniversary. What is it like to be back? You were back a couple years ago, but now you're celebrating 20 years out of here.
Well, it really makes me feel old. 20 years, it sure went by fast. Unbelievable, really. But it's great to be back on campus. I hadn't seen the new stadium yet, and it really looks nice. I'm really enjoying the game today.
Yeah, you've been back. You were back for the alumni basketball game here, getting a chance to take in some of the football activities. What do you think of Tennis Stadium the first time you've seen it? How does it compare to the the facility you had when you were here.
Well, it sure beats the old wooden bleachers, you know, with the press box up there, and just, I mean, the whole thing is impressive, you know, for Marist to, you know, every year I come back, or every time I come back, there's something new being built, and it's just real pleasure to see.
You said 20 years has gone by so fast. What are some of the memories that come back to you first and foremost when you come over the Mid-Hudson Bridge?
A lot of things, you know, the friendships I had here, you know, the experiences, and really just, you know, coming over here from the Netherlands, you know, this is part that, you know, I felt like I really grew up over here, you know, 4 years out on my own, and just, you know, it was just phenomenal, really. I mean, it's the best time of my life, you know, this college still beats the NBA, believe it or not.
Well, you heard it straight from him. Again, talking about the NBA, Jared Jordan, only the second player drafted into the NBA after yourself. Were you able to follow that? And how good is that for Marist that he was be able to follow in your footsteps?
Well, you always like to see Marist get some national exposure, and, you know, guys moving on to the NBA like myself and Jared, you know, it always helps. So it's very good to see. You know, I heard he got drafted, but I haven't, to be honest with you, I haven't really followed what happened since. I heard that he's now with New Orleans and is trying out for that team this year, so I wish him good luck in that.
Well, thanks so much for giving us some time, and of course we hope to see you back here real soon.
So, well, I'm sure the 25th year anniversary is right around the corner, you know.
Thanks, Rick.
Thank you.
We'll send it back up to you, Christian.
Thank you very much, Lindsay, and thanks for some time from the Duncan Dutchman, Rick Smits, giving us some time, and he certainly could fill it up on the basketball court. Well, we're at halftime here from Tennis Stadium. Marist leads Bucknell 14-7. When we come back, we'll look at some highlights and statistics from the first half, so keep it here. You're watching the Cable 6 Pepsi Game of the Week. Welcome back to Poughkeepsie. We're at halftime. Marist College leads Bucknell 14-7, and early on, though, it was Bucknell on the move, and it looked like they would get on the scoreboard first.
Here's that fake field goal. I thought it was ill-advised. Marist played it well. You know, so far for me, that's the game changer, combined with this very next play you're going to see.
Nick Zyvik comes up with the interception in the end zone to stop the Bucknell drive, and then it's Bo.
Well, just watch. It gives me chills watching him run. Fantastic.
80 yards from scrimmage. Marist first offensive play of the game, and that one puts him in the record book. Marist goes on top 7-0 there. Bucknell came back to tie the score at 7, but then the Marist offense again gets going. And here from 6 yards out, it's Ryan Dinabeel.
And you can see them pushing them off the ball. That was a great surge. They're playing well up front. Touchdown, Marist.
That's where we stand right now. Red Foxes lead 14-7 as we listen to the Red Foxes marching band. Looking at the statistics through 2 quarters of play.
I'll tell you, Christian, it's that old adage again. Marist is ahead in rushing yards with 112. They're ahead in total yards with 179. They're ahead in the score, and they have the takeaway. You know, Marist, Christian, throughout the course of their season right now is +2 in takeaways, and that's very, very good.
Red Foxes on top, 14-7, looking for their first win here at home at Tennis Stadium this season. They've lost their first 2, coming in with a record of 1-4. There you take a look at the beautiful Tennis Stadium on a beautiful Saturday afternoon for college football.
It's a magnificent setting. You know, never having done a college football game before, this is very exciting, very exciting.
But when we come back, we'll have the exciting second half. So keep it here. You're watching the Pepsi Game of the Week on the Cable 6 Sports Network.
The Pepsi Game of the Week is brought to you by Pepsi Cola of the Hudson Valley.
Welcome back to Poughkeepsie. We're about to get started in the second half right now. Red Foxes lead Bucknell by a score of 14-7.
You know, Christian, I was telling you before, watching Bo run, and we were a running coach over at Pine. We were a running team over at Pine Bush. To see him run where he just flattened the defender and then outraced the secondary gave me chills. It was a great run. I really enjoyed watching it.
Well, the Game of the Week won't stay on the college campus for long. We'll be back in the high school hallways, actually on the high school football field, next week when Newburgh Free Academy travels to Slade Hill to take on the Menacing Valley Warriors. That's next Friday night. That game will air on the following Monday, actually. It'll be live on Friday night, and then it will be replayed the following week. So a big game in Section 9, Class AA NFA versus Minnesink Valley right here on the Pepsi Game of the Week on the Cable 6 Sports Network.
I've seen NFA play twice, Christian, and you know, they're getting better every week. They beat Middletown over in their new field in the first game. I saw them play against Pine Bush last night over there. Pine Bush played well. They played very well. Minnesink is Newburgh is pretty good this year. It's going to be a great game with NFA and Minnesink, Christian.
That's your Pine Bush team who's been making some headlines at the high school level this year.
And deservedly so.
Second half action coming up when we come back on the Pepsi High School Game of the Week. Welcome back to Poughkeepsie. Now we go down to the field where Lindsay LaCour is standing by with Bucknell head coach Tim Landis. Lindsay.
Coach, what maybe caught you a little off guard, and what adjustments here did you tell your team about to make for the second half?
I just think Marist is playing good football. They didn't really catch us off guard. We know they play a tough schedule. We had a week off, which, you know, sometimes you come out in a funk, but I give a lot of credit to Marist. They're just running the ball at us. We can't stop them right now.
Biggest adjustment?
We just got to stop the run, you know, and going to have to score some points here in the second half.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck.
Thanks a lot.
Christian.
Thank you very much, Lindsay. Stop Bo is what Coach Landis has in mind for his team here in the second half as they get ready. They trail by 7. They've never lost to the Red Foxes, 3-0 lifetime against Marist.
But they're going to have to, along with stopping Bo, you know, they're going to have to stop Dabowski. And we talked about it. If he throws the ball well, it's going to be a good day for Marist. Just enough to keep the defenders from stopping Bo.
It's homecoming Saturday here in Poughkeepsie, and those who've come back home to their college are really having a great day. Beautiful weather. Some of them sure are seeing this football stadium for the very first time. It debuted last year.
It's a phenomenal day out here. You couldn't ask for a better day to run homecoming activities at a beautiful college.
Coach Jim Parody is in his 17th year on the sidelines for Marist. He told me that these are the very best times for Marist football, just to see that the support the college has shown by building this beautiful facility, and they're getting ready to join the Pioneer Conference. We'll get to that a little bit later on next year. They're playing as an independent this year, but we're getting ready to start here. The second half is underway.
Going to bring it out from the end zone.
He's got some running room down the sideline. He goes. And out of bounds just shy of midfield. Jaquan Bryant.
The flag on the field on the far side by the 30, Christian. Unfortunately, that was a great move.
Penalty will get marked off against Marist, so that very nice return to start the second half will come back. And Marist special teams has really played well across the board. From the fake field goal attempt they stopped early on.
Very well. You know, getting back to Coach Parody for a second, you know, you're talking about the facility and people.
Number 11 of the receiving team, 10 yards from the spot, first down.
And you're talking about Coach Parody before. He has been the cornerstone of this program. In my opinion, I don't believe that all of stuff would be here if it weren't for his guidance and his leadership, not only in the school but in the community.
It won't go in the statistics as a 40-yard penalty, but that drive was about to start at about their own 48-yard line. Now they've been put back deep in their own territory, and this drive will now start at about the 8-yard line for the Red Foxes. As we get underway in the third quarter, Chris Dabowski going the whole way at QB for Marist. First and 10 Red Foxes. Anderson goes in motion, handoff up the middle to Bo. Barrels his way across the 10-yard line. Picks up about 3 or 4 on first down.
The question now is, what does Bucknell do to adjust to what Marist has done to them? And conversely, what does Marist do to try and anticipate what Bucknell is going to do to them?
I'm sure Coach Parody would love to be able to keep the ball on the ground in the hands of Iakoye, not only to gain yards, but take time off this clock and keep the Bucknell offense off the field.
Well, as long as he stays with, you know, in his cover 2 over here, he's going to have middle of field throw, and he's going to have Bo running the ball.
Call it 2nd and 7 for the Red Foxes. Bo gets the carry again, and a swarm of Bison defenders bring him down, bringing up 3rd and probably short for Marist.
You know, it looks like to me, Christian, and we've only watched the first half, of course, it doesn't look as if Bucknell is a bring the pressure team. Their linebackers sit and they read off and they react. And it's a smart move in my opinion, because if Bo breaks into the secondary, it could be a home run.
3rd and 3, Dabowski under center.
That Waggle again.
Takes the hand up, looking for his tight end, has no time. Ball comes loose at the 5-yard line. Penalty flag also comes down. Bucknell has recovered the ball in the end zone, but no touchdown signal has come up. We'll see, maybe a face mask that would really bail out Marist. Of course, Dabowski was in a heap load of trouble.
Big time. I mean, they're going to run that Waggle again, where they're going to drag the end all the way across the field.
Personal foul, face mask on the defense. 15 yards from the previous spot. First down.
A huge penalty against Bucknell really gets Marist out of some big trouble on that last play.
They come out, and you're going to see it right here. They come out and run the Waggle. They pull the backside guard, but the end stays home this time, and he gets him on the face mask. That play was covered by Bucknell, Christian.
Robert De La Rosa was in good position, but not under control. Grabs Dabowski's face mask. 15-yard penalty. First down, Red Foxes. Marist keeps it on the ground on first down. Short gain.
What Marist wants to do here, and it looks just like in the first series, you know, they want to control the clock a little bit. They want to run Bo to try and chew some clock, and the passes they have made, at least the one they've tried before, was a very safe pass.
In the first half, Iakoye 116 yards on the ground, 10 carries, 80 of those yards coming on one rushing attempt, which went for 6 points. 2nd and 8 for the Red Foxes. Again, the give is to Bo.
Now they're running, what they're doing in there is they're trying to trap the first down lineman past the ball. And they're doing a pretty good job. You know, the tackle has to get a better seal on that linebacker to allow that running lane to open up. You know, they're going to have a very safe pass here to work with if they pass it at all.
Well, if they pass it at all, Dabowski has not missed today. 6 for 6 for 67 yards. He's going to need a little more time, though. That last pass attempt, he was under a lot of pressure.
He does not want to leave his defense with a pick right here.
3rd and 5. Trying to go to the Brown again on the drag play. He's got Brown again. Same play that worked in the first half. Will Brown, first down, Red Foxes.
It's a pretty easy formula. He's doing a good job managing the game. They're running off with the wide receiver. They're bringing the slot guy. They're bringing the outside guy right here, and you're going to see it over the middle, behind the linebackers and between the linebackers. It's good.
Good job of catching the ball with your hands. Will Brown getting his hands out in front of him, not letting that ball get to his body. First down, Red Foxes, and this drive started on their own 8-yard line, really helped out by a 15-yard face masking penalty against the Bucknell. 1st and 10 from the 43. Another first down carry goes to Bo. This one, though, gains about 5 yards, setting them up for a pretty good 2nd and 5.
He's just running off tackle here. I'm telling you, the Marist linemen up front are establishing the line of scrimmage on the other side, and that's good for Marist.
Up front for Marist on the right side, that is Kevin Ulrich playing right tackle, the junior Jake DeBow. At center, Neil Walsh, and on the left side, Jason Tillery and Danny Angelastro. Another carry for Bo, wrapped up from behind.
Now we're another one of those manage the game situations. Now what they're going to work for here is a throw right at the stick somewhere. Anticipate something in the middle of the field.
Marcus Morgan, the senior linebacker, makes the tackle out of Sacramento, California. 3rd down and 3, a long 3 for the Red Foxes as they approach midfield. Again, Dabowski 7 for 7 today, has not missed a target. Favorite receiver has been Brown, who's at the bottom of your screen.
They're only going to rush, they're rushing 5. They can handle 5.
Throws deep, tries to get LaMacha on the comeback, cannot get him. This time it looks like they used Brown as a decoy.
Right.
And they look down further down the field, incomplete, and it'll bring up a punting situation for Marist.
Vanilla safe throw. You know, he came out, he wanted to go out, he wanted to come outside over here, but he saw he was covered, didn't want to throw the pick. Wanted to throw it outside, saw he was covered, got pressure. His man came back for the ball, but he was under duress right there, and he couldn't get the ball where he wanted to.
Dabowski's first incomplete pass of the afternoon. Marist takes more than 5 minutes off the clock, but moves the ball out to midfield and then stall. Bucknell changed their deep man back to receive. That's Lee. Josh Lee picks it up on the bounce on his 10, and again the Marist special teams is up to the challenge. Down to cover the kick, Derek Maldonado, number 54. And number 6, give credit to Everett Butler.
At this level, and you're going to see it right here. This level, leverage the ball carrier and make a sure tackle. And that's exactly what they did right there. They kept the ball carrier on their inside shoulder, wait for they got help from their friends, and kept him in play. Now they got him pinned back, play field position.
1st and 10 from the 10 for Marcelo Trigg in the Bison offense. Inside handoff, Nick Andre having nothing to do, stuffing that play for no gain.
Very, very, very short tackle right there. He stepped in, stuffed the hole, and one-on-one. Great tackle. The intensity, Marist has got to come out and keep playing with their intensity. That's going to carry them through the game.
Andre, one of the 5 captains for the Red Foxes, a senior from Long Island, played his high school football at Chaminade. Again, handoff goes to Lee. Not much doing, brings up 3rd and long.
What they're trying to do here, Christian, the Marist defense is disguising their coverage, and they're trying to bait Marcelo Trigg into throwing the ball into their cover. They're doing a great job with it. You see it right here. Again, Marist defensive front. They are not letting Bucknell establish on their side.
Matt Snow makes the tackle up front for Marist. 3rd and 8 for the Bison. Trigg looks out to his right. Nice defensive play by strong safety Rory Foley, the sophomore, breaking up the pass, setting up a Bucknell punt.
That's called recovery speed. He was back in his zone. You're going to see it. He was back in his zone. He runs the out, ball's in the air, and that's recovery speed right there. Did a great job getting to his area.
Breaking on the football. A very, very nice play from his strong safety position by Rory Foley. Amacha, this one bounces and will be down about the 37-yard line. Good field position for the Marist offense.
I'll tell you, that was a pretty good punt right there. Under duress, I might add. And they're going to have great field position, almost at the 40, Christian. Their offense right here should have a good start.
55-yard punt.
Great punt. When you punt the ball like that and the nose of the football turns over, you know you've punted well. He did. Great hang time.
Those numbers come to us from our statistician up here, Jack George, doing another phenomenal job. We rely on him not just for statistics, but for our vote for our Pepsi Player of the Game post-game. That's coming up after the game. So keep it here. You're watching the Pepsi Game of the Week on the Cable 6 Sports Network. First and 10, Marist, their own 37-yard line.
It's got to explode through the hole quicker than that. Bo's not in the game right now, and the tailback has to get through the hole quicker than that. They did a pretty good job blocking that.
Keith Mitchell, senior out of Syracuse, gets the carry. His first carry of the game.
They're slanting again, and that time Marist guessed right with him. There's a huge hole right there. If you're slanting away from where the ball is coming, all you have to do is isolate the outside end, and you got a two-gap hole, Christian.
Bowski back in the shotgun. Straight drop, feels some pressure, gets out of the pocket.
He's deceptive out there. He really is. He's deceptive. He pulled it down, didn't want to throw a pick, escaped through the pocket, and had a positive result.
Third and 2.
He's got to be conservative here because he can always punt in and play the field again. Marist, on the other hand, needs to get a first down. Bucknell is not bringing any linebackers, so it's mano a mano.
Bowski has 3 receivers to his left. Got Brown split high to his right side. Bowski keeps it, gets himself a first down. Red Foxes as he crosses over into Bucknell territory. Again, Bowski doing another good job of using his feet, quick feet, getting up out of the pocket. And
that's a good call right there. He knows he don't want to put the ball up where he could get a pick right here, and you're going to see it. It was a design draw to begin with. He saw the opening and got his first down.
Marist offensive linemen staying with their blocks just long enough, opening up a hole. And Bowski taking it right up the middle. First and 10, Marist, 46-yard line. All the scoring thus far coming in the first half. Red Foxes lead 14-7. Under 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Mitchell gets the handoff again. A little more burst this time. You like what you see there?
Well, I want to tell you something. Now, Bo was on the left-hand side. The other back was on the right-hand side. Bo was the lead blocker on that play. He flattened the linebacker. That's why the hole was so big. If you get a replay on that, you'll see what a block is by a back. He flattens him. Just drives him right through the hole.
That's called a team player right there.
Without a doubt.
Your play's not called in the huddle, but you do a good job to open up a hole for the teammate. Second and 5. Bo gets the ball this time and carries a couple of defenders with him. First down, Red Foxes.
Great job in the truck, boys, bringing that to slow motion. You know, we're showing what a complete player that Bo really, really is. Here you go see him. You're going to see him running again. He can take over the game right now. He can. His linemen feel really good about him running the football, and they want to block for him right now because he is doing his job.
When they're moving the ball on the ground, it really sets up play action, fake if they want it. Bowski under center right here. Hand off again to Bo.
That was that counter tray play of the old Washington Redskins where they pulled the backside guard and tackle. They were slow. Too much penetration, and the back was stuffed up behind the line of scrimmage.
Question now is, can this Marist offense finish off a drive?
Yeah.
They've been on the football field almost the entire third quarter. They don't have any points to show for it yet. They still lead by a touchdown.
They're playing defense with their offense, though, Christian. You're exactly right. But they're doing a good thing right now. They got to finish.
Handoff goes again to Mitchell. Not much doing. We'll bring up a third and long for Jim Parody, and these Red Foxes will see what they try to do. They're right now on the borderline of field goal range. Would be about a 48-yard field goal from here.
I would think it'd be a difficult choice from here. He's going to throw the ball, I believe, somewhere in the 6 to 8 to 9 yard range to get a first down. Somewhere where it's safe. Probably not in the middle where the linebackers are because of the compressed field.
He's got Brown to his left. He'd like to go to number 80. Screen to Bo, and he's dragged down. Nice play.
Very well played by Bucknell. Very well played. He fought the block off of the guard. Number 99 did right there. He fought the block off of the guard and played very, very well. You see it right here.
That's Marcus Morgan again making the tackle.
That's a nice
Bucknell. And looks like Jim Parody has no intention of going for the field goal. 4th down coming up from Marist. 4th and 9.
Middle of the field somewhere.
Growski rolling right. He's got him in. LaMacha holds it in. First down, Red Foxes. They keep the drive alive.
That was a great throw and a great catch. I thought for sure they were going to go in the middle. He went over top of the linebacker and in front of the corner. Great play. See it again. The linebacker's got to be responsible for the back in front of him. LaMacha's over the top and in front of the corner. Great play.
Nice catch by LaMacha as he holds it in. 1st and 10. Red Foxes there on the 13 and is trying to punch this in and increase their lead. They lead by 7. 11th play of the drive for the Red Foxes. Whistle on the field. Looks like there's a timeout signaled. Jim Parody will talk things over as his team is getting ready to try to punch this ball in.
I got to tell you, it looks like to me that the physicalness of Marist's offensive line, the physical play of Bo running the football is taking its toll on Bucknell's defenders. And the more they keep pounding it in there, the more toll it will take. And Coach Parody knows that. He's using the pass just to keep him off the run. He's doing a great job managing the game from the sideline to the quarterback.
He did say that his team was close. He felt his team was close to winning some games. They lost some real close games. Lost to Wagner at the very end of the game. And right now, again, they are in a good position, up by 7, looking to increase that lead. Remember, they have not won against Bucknell. They've played them 3 times. The series began in October 2005, and they really haven't been close in the 3 contests. They lost 27-7 at Bucknell in Pennsylvania. Their only contest here in Poughkeepsie, they lost 48-19 back in 2006, and then last year they were hammered back in Pennsylvania 38-7.
When I saw them play last week, the problem that I thought they couldn't finish. Okay, if they can get a score here, they're gonna prove they can.
Right now, if you're on the Bucknell side of the football, you're trying to get a turnover to keep this a 7-point game. Handoff goes to Bo. Someone loses a helmet.
And again, they're slanting. You know, they're slanting. I don't know if they're slanting to motion or slanting to the tight or whatever, but they're slanting to try and guess with Marist. And I know Maris's people up in the booth are telling Coach Parody that.
Yakoye picks up 2 yards on 1st down. That full house backfield that Marist used for a touchdown.
Wishbone look.
The wishbone, that's right, correction. The wishbone look. And it's Bo out of the wishbone. Tripped up as he crosses the line of scrimmage.
Just trying to go off tackle with 2 lead backs. And he almost, I mean, there was a little bit of a crack there. He just got tripped up at the end, or else he'd have scored in that play. 3rd and 5 here again now, right? He does not want to do anything that's not going to manage the game properly. He'll get a safe throw, maybe that draw again.
Red Foxes are in field goal territory, certainly. And 3 points would be big here. LaMacha goes in motion. Play action fake. He's looking for LaMacha. Ball ball is knocked down in the end zone. LaMacchia, the intended receiver, and will bring on the field goal unit.
I don't think it was the look that he wanted. I think he wanted LaMacchia on the outside, but because he had trouble, he had to reverse and come back to the inside. A dangerous throw. Fortunately, bad things didn't happen.
Look
See
at
it right
again.
here.
He had plenty of time, Dabowski.
He's looking, he's waiting. Fortunately, bad things didn't happen.
Kevin Pauly on to try to make it a 17-7 Marist lead. And it is good. Red Foxes go up on top by 10 points, so they do finish the drive, not with 6, but with a big 3 points. And Marist leads 17-7 with only 21 seconds to go in the third quarter. The Bucknell offense has been on the field for only, I believe, 3 plays in the entire third quarter.
That drive was managed exceptionally well. They got 3 points out of it. What they're doing, like I said before, they're playing defense with their offense. When Bucknell doesn't have the ball, Christian, they can't score.
There you see Kevin Pauly on the sideline getting some congratulations.
Great job. You know, they're playing well as a team today. And again, and not having seen a lot of Marist, just from what I saw last week, I'm impressed by the way that they're helping each other on both sides of the ball and in the special teams game.
Looking at the Marist schedule, they started their season this year out in California. They lost to San Diego 40-22, came back home here to Tenney Stadium and lost to Lafayette 28-6. Went on the road and got their only win of the season against St. Francis of Pennsylvania 30-22. And Wagner from Staten Island came up here and knocked off Marist 21-14. And then last week, again here at Tenney Stadium, it was Sacred Heart handing Marist their 4th loss of the season, 28-16. There is the scoring drive. Pauly, 25-yard field goal, 12 plays, 68 yards, takes 5 minutes and 9 seconds off the clock.
3 plays by Bucknell within a 15-minute quarter. That's pretty special, I'll tell you.
It's underway again. It's a short one. Applegate coming up on the run, makes the catch from the 25-yard line. Actually, that's not Applegate. Correction for Bucknell. Number 24, that's Justin Polgrano, a junior from Hohokus, New Jersey. But good field position for Marcelo Trigg.
Yep. But now with a 2-score game and almost in the 4th quarter, you know, in my opinion, he shouldn't abandon his option game. And he should go out and do what he does right now because he's got plenty of time.
1st and 10 from the 38-yard line for Marcelo Trigg. Looks down the sideline. He's got a man. Does he get his feet in bounds? He only needs 1, and they mark him in bounds.
Yep.
That's a reception, a big gain. First play that goes to Sean Pasternak. 23-yard pass play.
Over top of the corner and in front of the safety. I thought the safety there was a little bit late getting there because that player ran into that zone for an awful long time. You're gonna see it.
Nice looking pass.
He had plenty of room to catch the ball.
Trigg to Pasternak, and only needs 1 foot in college.
And I know Coach Rumsey right there is pulling him over
there
on
he
the
is.
side.
He gets 1 in. The other one is on the boundary, but it's not the NFL, so it's a good catch.
I know Coach Rumsey is talking to him about it right now. He's talking to the secondary coach is talking to his D-backs right now.
All right, we have that concludes the 3rd quarter of play here from Poughkeepsie. We have 1 quarter left. It's the Red Foxes up on top, 17-7 over Bucknell. Final quarter coming up on the Pepsi Game of the Week on the Cable 6 Sports Network. Welcome back to Tenney Stadium. 4th quarter underway. Pasternak ahead, just out of his reach. Trigg had a man just out of the reach of Pasternak. The two hooked up a play earlier for 23 yards, and again, they went back to that combination, but just misfire.
He ran right by the corner, and I know his coach is just telling him right now, you know, they're going to come up, throw the ball a little bit, You know, who's back deep. If they're in cover 2, it's going to be 30's job right there. I didn't realize what coverage they were in right there.
2nd and 10 for Bucknell on the Marist 39. Ball thrown in the direction of number 13 for Bucknell, which would be Alex Odenbach, and they do give him credit for a catch.
Well, the ball was in reality, Christian, that was a pretty good throw. It was down where nobody could get it except his player. You don't want to throw it out where the corner can come up and get it and go the distance.
Through 3 quarters of play, Marcelo Trigg was 7 of 11 for 74 yards passing. High snap, loses it, gets it again, and he's swarmed under by the Red Foxes defenders. Ball comes up in the hands of Kurt Stubing, but although he wanted a fumble recovery, he's not going to get the call. But Marcelo Trigg and the Bucknell offense will be forced to leave the field, and Marist defense does its job.
Well, it looked like to me the ball came back a little harder than it has been coming back out of that shotgun or out of that spread formation. And it surprised Trigg a little bit.
Matt Snow, the first Red Foxes defender to get his hands on Trigg. And his high-powered Bucknell offense has really been stymied through 3 quarters of play. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be 1st and 10 for Marist at their own 23. Now we go down to the field to hear what Lindsay LaCorey's got to say. Lindsay.
Yeah, Christian, this is the 4th time that these two teams have faced each other. Bucknell is holding a 3-0 lead in the series. The last time they were here, it was actually homecoming as well in 2006. The Bison walking away with a 48-19 victory in that game. Obviously, a very different game this time around. Maybe it has something to do with that was on the old Leonidas field. This is the new Tenney Stadium, and the series between the two teams on this field is 0-0. Christian?
Thank you very much, Lindsay. The new Tenney Stadium, I'm very impressed. Marist on the move. First play goes to Bo, off right tackle.
Yeah, they're going to get a steady dose of Bo right here, I think. You know what I'm saying? They try and wedge out, and they'll let Dabowski use the pass so they can create more running lanes. I tell you, Coach Parady's got a great game plan, both offensively and defensively. They have taken Bucknell right out of their triple option game, which is their game.
Bo picks up 5 yards on 1st down. They'll give him another try. Another crack at it, gains about 2 yards or so, bring up a 3rd and 3. But when you look at scheduling, when you're on someone's homecoming game, usually, I remember, coaches will kind of tell you that they don't schedule you for homecoming because they expect to lose. They want everyone to be happy to come out to the game and be happy. So, but right now, Bucknell is on the homecoming schedule for Marist, even though they've beaten them 3 times.
Or thinking on the other side might be, we've never beaten these guys before. Let's bring them in here and get all riled up and play hard.
Big 3rd down coming up for the Red Foxes. We got about 12 minutes to go in the 4th quarter.
I believe they're playing a run right here. Got it.
Just in and out of the hands of Spano, the tight end. They hooked up in the first half for a big gain, but
I tell you, they put 8 in the box to try and stop the run. You're going to see it right here, 8 in the box to stop the run and bring pressure with the outside. And like you're supposed to do, when you got 3 deep, get on the outside. He just missed the pass.
That would have been enough, that Dabowski to Spano for a Marist 1st down, but pass falls incomplete, brings up a 4th down punt.
And that was the right play call in that situation. I think they're going to opt for the return right here, Christian. Yep. Good directional punt.
Fair catch signal by Applegate.
Good direction.
At the 33-yard line, 1st and 10 Bucknell.
Good directional punt. They've done a good job with that. Playing well on special teams is one of those 4 things that we have to do.
This Bucknell offense, may want to call it high power. That may be a stretch, but they put up 48 points in their first game against Duquesne. They won 48-42. Actually scored 42 of those points at halftime. They led 42-7. Their other games, they beat Robert Morris 17-14, and then 2 weeks ago, they lost a close one at home to Cornell 21-20. So right now, though, only 7 points on the scoreboard for Marcelo Trigg and his offensive buddies. Trigg's got a man. First down for Bucknell. Pass is complete. But like number 31, Ryan Smith.
But like we talked about, you know, if he's running his triple option the way he wants to run it, he's going to be a high efficiency passer, which is what he is. You're going to see it here. He makes a good decision. He gets out of pressure, throws off his back foot, off his front foot actually, and gets an opportunity to get a first down. They are doing it in reverse. He's not been able to run the ball. Maris has played relatively well in the secondary. That'll bring him pressure.
Fox's blitz on that last play. It's complete. Odenbach makes a couple of players miss, and it's another first down for Bucknell. Yeah, so do not be misled. If you're a Maris fan or anyone out there watching the game that you think, oh, it's an option offense, you're going to have a hard time coming from behind. But this option offense really relies on the pass a lot.
He's good. I mean, Trigg's a pretty good player, and that's the reason why he's got almost over 700 yards and 8 touchdowns in combination. Maris playing the pass right here.
Trigg another straight drop, looking left. He's got Lee in the flat.
See what they're doing right here is Trigg wants to get in the middle of the field in the worst way. Those last 2 throws have been to secondary type receivers. He's looked in the middle first and gone to the outlet, try and get somebody in space to run the ball.
Van Amen makes the tackle. 5-yard gain on first down for Bucknell. Plenty of time to go. 10.5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Ball batted down up front, but Trigg is getting a good protection from his offensive line. Maris trying to send a couple of backers to get some pressure on him, but the offensive line is doing a good job of holding up.
Maris has brought pressure the last 2 plays, and as long as you get your hands up, he's a 5'11" quarterback. And a 5'11", if a 6-footer, 6'2" lineman gets his hands up, he's going to block the throwing lane.
Jason DuBois, 6'5", 255-pound junior. So
when you're 5'11" throwing in the pocket, that's difficult.
It's time they roll the pocket to the right. Trigg has got his man again. That's Odenbach. Another first down for Bucknell.
Here he is. He's got to get out. He's got to get away from the pocket. So he has a throwing lane. Gets to the sticks. Makes a nice play.
We've talked about Maris finishing drives. Can they finish the game? They played well all day through 3 quarters. Now again, though, they need to play 4 quarters of football, and they'll bring home a win here on homecoming. Trigg looking deep. Some contact down the field. Flags come out. It looks like they may get Kwame Carlar with a little pass interference. We will see.
Well, what happens right there is, again, against that cover 2, that post pattern is going to be open, and he put a good move on the corner, stepped inside, and the corner knew he was beat. He couldn't give him a free run. He had to get his hand out to try and hold him back a little bit without being caught, but he got caught.
Pass interference, number 4 of the defense. 15 yards from the previous spot, automatic first down.
You're going to see it right here. He's got to get a hand on him so he can't get free and give him a free touch. Take the 15 yards if you're beat like that and make him work for it.
That was Josh Lee, the intended receiver, number 21.
He had no choice there.
Now he has Lee out in the slot to the left. We'll see if Trigg looks to go to him. He does not. Keeps the ball to Kizikai. A.J. Kizikai, junior running back from Pawtucket, Rhode Island, gets the carry. And Bucknell's knocking on the door inside the Maris 10-yard line.
Well, it compresses the field now. And, you know, you may see Bucknell go back to their option offense right here. We haven't seen it at all in the second half.
Second and 4.
He's going to stay out here.
Zakai goes in motion. Odenbach by the goal line. He's in. Touchdown, Bucknell.
A good answer by Bucknell. They came back with a well-executed drive. They had people in the open areas. Marist got to come back and answer here, Christian.
Marist defense played a little soft there near the goal line.
They were playing zone, and it was right in front of the secondary players, the safety. You're going to see it right here. He's right in front of the safety. Wait for him to sit down. He's right there, crosses the goal line.
Trigg to Odenbach was a combination that really flourished on that last drive for Bucknell.
Nice.
Orth converts. It's a 17-14 game.
Yeah, nice job by the holder right there. The ball almost bounced off the turf. He got it down. He got it up and got it down for his kicker. Good job.
Well, we have 9:14 to go in the fourth quarter, and Bucknell gets on the board here in the fourth quarter to make it a 3-point game. Marcelo Trigg leading his Bison teammates down the field. They're not wanting this homecoming celebration to be as grand as Jim Parody and his the Marist following would like it right now.
Well, Coach Parody, you know, so far to this point in the game with 9:14 left, has managed the game well. He's going to get an opportunity here to manage it well again. As long as they keep doing what they've been doing and not get into a defensive position on offense, you know what I'm saying? Go out and play the game like you have been.
Get the last scoring drive for Bucknell. They go 67 yards in 7 plays. They come 2 minutes and 39 seconds off the clock.
Not what Marist wanted to see.
Back deep for the Red Foxes. That's Anderson and Bryant. Jawan Bryant had a big return to start the second half, but it was called back by a penalty. He'll get another chance right here.
Needs a return. Hold on to the football.
Bryant brings it out over the 25 to about the 27-yard line. We'll see if Dabowski and Bo and others can get another drive going for the Red Foxes.
Well, we're going to see what kind of legs. We're going to see what kind of legs Bucknell has right here, because they know they're going to get a steady dose of the running game, and they're going to see if they cannot let Marist establish a line of scrimmage on their side. Huge challenge here for their defensive front. And they're double tight right here. They're going to go mano-a-mano right here, Christian.
Bo's got 155 yards on the ground, 22 carries. Dabowski play action. Man-to-man coverage down the field, overthrown. Good coverage on the play, though, by the Bucknell defender. That's Bryce Robertson.
You know, it was amazing right there. You had a much shorter defender on a much taller offensive end. He kept his body position between him and the ball and made the offensive receiver try to go around him to get to the football. Great job.
R.J. Rowe was the intended receiver of Dabowski. Dabowski was 9 of 12 before that last attempt for 94 yards, making 9 of 13 right now.
And you saw it right there.
2nd and 10, Dabowski in the shotgun. Big hand up goes out to Brown. Dragged down, good open field tackle made on the play by Todd Manjuk.
That was a real good play. I mean, they ran, again, they ran off the corner. The wide receiver blocked on the corner. They swung out the back. You're going to see it. They swing the back out, and the linebacker right there does a good job getting to the receiver. Closed very well on him.
Yeah, Will Brown's done a good job all day long of making yards after the catch, and this time, though, good job by the Bucknell defense of not allowing that to happen. 3rd down and 7. This time it's Brown again on the delay. spins, makes the player miss. First down, Red Foxes. You've seen them use that play 3 or 4 times. It's worked every time.
Well, that was huge. I mean, he gets to the sticks. He's one step before the sticks, gets the pass, makes somebody miss, and he did, and able to get his first down and keep the drive alive.
Bucknell defense has been slow to read that play. You see it. Brown barely moves off the line of scrimmage, though, and as you mentioned, catches it short of the first down, spins ahead for the first down.
Well, they're over there. They're running people off on the corner. He's able to get in space. Good play by the Bucknell defensive front and backers. Marist offense right there did not move anybody off the ball. And again, they're slanting. You know, and it's very difficult to block that slant unless you guess right.
What is the best counter to slanting defensive front?
Well, and again, if they're slanting, if you're running motion, they're slanting that way, or if they're slanting to the tight end, you've got to come back away from the slant by isolating the outside person and kicking him out and driving everybody else down.
2nd and 10 for Marist from the 41-yard line. Dabowski finds Rowe. We'll bring up about a 3rd and 4 situation for Marist as we're under 7 minutes to go.
And what they're doing right there, Marist is, you know, I don't know if they're option routes or not. And by an option route, I mean the outside receiver is a certain distance away from the corner. If he's less than a certain difference, then they read over the top. If he's more than a certain distance, he's going to hook up and catch the ball. I don't know if he's reading that or if it's called from the sideline. He's got about a 6-yard cushion on him right here on both sides.
3rd and 4. He's got Bo in the backfield. Brown split wide right. Covered the slant to Brown. Dabowski calling his own number. Can he get ahead for the first down? It's going to be close. He needed to get just across midfield.
They wanted number 80 again to step under the pressure and catch the ball underneath, but Bucknell did not go for the bait. You're going to see it. They cover him up right here, and he has nowhere to throw the ball.
Dabowski comes up a yard short. 4th and 1. They're at midfield.
Without a doubt.
The coach likes the call. Jim Parity still has his offense on the field. 4th and 1.
He might try and draw him off here, Christian. I don't know. But they're going to power off tackle. Going to give Bo the ball.
They give it to Dinabeel. Up ahead. It looks like he's got enough for a Marist first down. We'll wait for the official call. But Jim Parity, a gutsy call. 4th and 1 from midfield. His team leads by 3. And they will retain possession and have another 3 big plays at least coming up.
You know why it's a good call? Remember how Bo had blocked that one block here in the middle of the field early in the middle of the first half? They used him as the blocker right here. And again, he crushes somebody to create the opening.
Dinabeel, I believe he's got 2 carries on the day and 2 big ones. He had a 6-yard touchdown run in the first half and faced up a big 4th and 1 situation. Marist keeps the ball. They go back to Bo. Bucknell is waiting for him. Coming up on 5 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. This homecoming crowd can smell it a little bit.
You got to be able to manage the game, and so far, so good for Marist. 4:52 to go. You know, he's got a couple different things at his disposal. He's got Bo. He's got the short toss by running people off. You know, Bucknell is still playing in that cover 2, looking for the ball. You know, they're able to block it up front.
2nd and 8. See if Dabowski keeps the ball on the ground, and he does. Another handoff to Bo. Right now, the Marist offense has done a good job. They've moved the ball as far as field position. If they have to punt, you know, they've done their job. But can they do a great job and really finish this drive off and not even have their defense have to come back on the field?
They're trying to shoot a clock, you know, and you know, they got 40 seconds of play now with the new rules. And he's got plenty of time. There's not going to be any rush to get to the line of scrimmage, Christian. I'll tell you right now.
Another third down coming up for Dabowski in the offense. Last time they looked for Brown. It looked initially on the slant. It was covered.
Yep.
We'll see what they do here on 3rd and 7. Straight drop. He's got pressure. Finds himself some more time at pull down at midfield. And now the Bucknell defense will force a Marist punt.
Well, his offensive line in that series did not play as well as they have been playing throughout the first course of the game. You know, they've got to gear it up here at the end to try and retain possession. They got to give it away and let that defense play like they have been playing all game.
Jason Kaladze, junior defensive lineman, makes the tackle, and
they might come after it right here.
Applegate is back to punt. Pauly on to punt. Actually, Applegate is back to return this punt. Pauly on to punt for Marist. See if he gets the good old cough in the corner, perhaps.
Nope,
Bengals for the sideline. Applegate looks like he'll have a chance to return it.
The kid's done a great job punting the ball. He's putting the ball on the line. There's nowhere to go except back to the help. Great job.
Good job covering that punt, though. Rory Foley, the sophomore, has made a couple of big plays in this game. Right there. That's not an easy tackle to make, covering that punt.
No, it's not. Now here it is with 2:40 to go, with 2:45 to go in the game, and they got, they had 95 to go. Let's see how, let's see Marist come up and make a big stock right here and get the ball back.
1st and 10 from the 6-yard line for Marcelo Trigg. He's got Kizakai out of bounds, picks up about 7.
They'll give him a 5-yard pass.
Now, will we see that defense that I am not a fan of? I don't think you can change a defense right now.
No, I'm not. I'm going to say no, only because he's been successful with what he's had.
Talking about the prevent defense. And right now, the question I have, again, what bothers me the most about the prevent defense is that when teams all of a sudden start dropping 8 guys in pass defense rather than pressuring the quarterback, which I think is always the best move, put pressure on the quarterback.
Well, right there, he switched up his look. He went to a cover 3 and tried to put one of the defensive backs out in the flat, looking for that play. So they're doing a pretty good job mixing their coverage.
This time they send some pressure. A blitz is on, get pressure on Trigg, and he's hit as he tries to deliver the ball.
They are not going to get into that prevent defense stuff. They're going to extend their defense, whether it be cover 2 or cover 3, but they're going to extend it, and they're going to bring pressure, which is what you should do.
2:14 to go in the 4th quarter. Marist up by 3. Van Ahmed comes up from his defensive back position, or actually from his linebacker position, off the edge, off the corner there, and gets some pressure. This Tennessee Stadium crowd is starting to make a little noise here. 2nd and 10 for Bucknell. Plenty of time. And that, my friends, is a completion. What a catch. Pasternak comes down with it.
That's a great catch. There's nothing more Marist could do right there. They had it well covered. The kid just out-jumped everybody else and made a great play.
Sean Pasternak comes down with it. A big gain for Bucknell.
Trying to split the safeties, and he did.
1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. 1:55 and counting for the Bison.
Bringing heavy pressure off the edge.
That's Kizakai with the handoff. Good gain on 1st down for Bucknell. Looking at some of Bucknell's earlier games as far as field goal attempts, Carney did make a 44-yarder against Robert Morris.
He's got plenty of leg, Christian. You can see it on his kickoffs.
Pasternak and Trigg hook up again. It's going to be close to a 1st down. It looks like they'll have enough for a 1st down. Ball marked right on the 25-yard line. 1st and 10, Bucknell.
Now Bucknell's doing a great job managing the game with the throw. Nobody wants to get beat over the top. Bucknell's going to take a shot here over the top before too long.
Trigg again. Plenty of time. Surveys the field. He's got Pasternak open. He's inside the 5-yard line. Foley makes the tackle. First and goal for the Bison. Trigg making it look easy, having plenty of time.
Run that post corner pattern again, right in front of the corner. They sent a receiver down in front of the corner, and they ran the post corner so that the corner himself could not get a real good step on that pass. Very well designed.
Well, we've been talking about it all game long, and we're wondering when we would see it. But now this Bison offense being led by Marcelo Trigg is finally moving. Red Fox's defense has played 3 strong quarters of football, 45 minutes, but you need to play 60.
They do. You know, this offense has come back pretty strong from the 5-yard line and have moved the ball. You know, the Red Foxes right here certainly they've compressed the field on them, you know, and we'll see if they can hold them out.
We have 1 minute and 9 seconds left here in the 4th quarter, but that will not be the end of our telecast. Stay tuned after the game for the Pepsi postgame. Lindsay LaCour will be down on the field running that, and we'll see who we will talk to, the winning coach and perhaps our Pepsi player of the game. But again, we have a long way to go here. Marist up by 3, 1 minute and 9 to go. And Bucknell has moved the ball from their own, I believe, 6-yard line down to the Marist, we'll call it 3-yard line. And it didn't take very long at all.
Well, we're going to see right here, you know, if the Marist defensive front cannot let Bucknell establish the ball on the other side.
First and goal. What's hard to defend right now for Marist is there's so many different options.
Right.
He can run it, Trigg can run it, and he's got a number of receivers at his disposal. First and 10, Bucknell.
They're going to bring pressure.
Trigg looks into the back of the end zone. He's got Pasternak. Looks like he gets his feet in bounds. Touchdown, Bucknell. Sean Pasternak, a jump ball in the back of the end zone, and Pasternak, the 6'3" sophomore, goes up and gets it.
Again, well covered, faking the option. Marist did not bite in the secondary, and you're going to see it when the replay comes up. He just throws him a jump ball, and he goes up and gets it. That was a nice throw and a nice play.
Wasn't much room on the back line there, but Pasternak gets his feet, you know, you only need one. Only 1 foot you need, but big extra point coming up here for Bucknell. Kick is good. Gives them a 4-point lead, and it was 3 good quarters of football for Marist. And right now, Bucknell has owned the 4th quarter, and they lead by 4. We have 1 minute and 3 to go. We'll see what Chris Dabowski and Bo and the rest of the Marist offense has in store. Right now, there are a lot of heads hanging on the Marist sideline, though. We'll see the last play. Marcelo Trigg
gets out. He's covered right there. This goes up and makes a great play. Going to see it again. Just out jumps everybody for the ball. That was a great play.
6'3" sophomore goes up and gets it. And they hooked up earlier on that drive. The big play of that drive was Trigg to Pasternak, the long gain down the middle, and he was in coverage that time too. So it's a matter of who wants the ball the most, and it helps when you're 6'3" and it can jump a little bit.
He's made 2 outstanding catches.
9 plays, 94 yards, all of 1 minute and 43 seconds to go. It took on that drive. So right now, Marist needs 6. They need a touchdown. That extra point was big for Bucknell. They lead by 4. It all starts here on special teams. Let's see what kind of field position Marist can get on this kickoff.
They need a run back. You know, this kid right here is going to pound the ball as deep as he can.
Anderson and Bryant back deep from Marist. It's going to be Bryant from his own 6. Not a bad return out to the 25-yard line. Now, I won't say it'll be the last time I'll say, but will Bucknell change their defense? 58 seconds to go. Do you do anything differently? Do you go into that prevent defense?
I'm going to say no, only because they practiced against the pass all week. They're going to extend their defense. They may play a nickel defense and bring an extra defensive back in the game, which is part of regular defense now.
It's interesting, the defensive coordinator for Bucknell, Andrew Cohen, a Marist graduate.
Right. Nope, they are not. They're going to play the regular defense right here. They're extending it.
Basket. Under pressure, goes down. Right around the line of scrimmage. Looks like Jim Parody's going to call a timeout. Can this Marist offensive line give their quarterback enough time to look down the field? They've had success throwing short passes, drag patterns, slant patterns. So you need more time to get the ball down the field.
Well, and again, you know, with Bucknell, the way they are running their defense, they are rushing four. They are bringing one other person, whether it be off the edge, whether it be in the middle or off the other edge, and they're dropping the 2 linebackers and 4 more in coverage. You know, so they're facing 5 every single time they go back to pass. The Marist front should be able to handle 5 with the help of the backs.
Lebowski 12 of 16 for 114 yards. Will Brown, his favorite receiver right now with 5 catches for 42 yards. James Lamacchia, he's got 2 catches for 22 yards. Joe DeSimone with a catch, and Robert Spano with the other reception. Second and 10.
Only rushing 4 right here, as a matter of fact, right now. They're going to play with 7 in coverage.
Good job by the offensive line, looking for Brown. Incomplete, brings up 3rd and 10. There's a flag in the backfield. And this one's going to go against Marist, a holding call. And we'll see what Bucknell decides to do. You would think they would march him off. But 44 seconds to go. Bucknell up by 4. They've trailed virtually the entire game.
It's going to be a half-distance penalty. Might decline it.
Illegal hands to the face. Number 77 of the offense. Penalty is declined. 3rd down.
Right.
3rd and 10. So right now Bucknell is 2 plays away from defeating Marist for the 4th straight time and running their record to 3-1.
And what's amazing about it is you know, they're getting a rush with 4 people and not bringing any pressure. They got 7 in coverage out of their regular defense.
Bowski's got 3 receivers to his right. The Will Brown split to the top of the screen. Brown slant, goes down the sideline. Coming back, a nice catch made on the play. That's R.J. Rowe. Does a good job of coming back to his quarterback.
It's a great job of coming back to his quarterback. He's giving him an opportunity to at least get into field goal range. I'll tell you right now, it's not going to help him, but they give him an opportunity to get a score from the 50. He can throw it into the end zone from here if he had to.
Marist has 1 timeout left, 36 seconds left on the clock. 1st and 10 from their own 48-yard line.
See it right here. He looks, doesn't see what he wants. Receiver comes back to the ball, makes a catch on the outside, gets out of bounds.
Back to the action, Lebowski again, he's got time. A little bit behind Brown, brings up 2nd and 10. 5 ticks go off the clock.
That's better protection by the Marist front.
Now if you are a Bucknell defender, there's no way anyone gets behind you.
Nobody.
Up by 4 points. You know, a touchdown's the only thing that can beat you.
Without a doubt. You know, and I tell you, Bucknell has not gone to that dreaded prevent defense. They're playing their regular defense extended. They've not even changed personnel. They have the same personnel in the game.
The defense has played an awful lot in the second half. We'll see if they can hold on for 31 more seconds. Lebowski straight drop. He's got Brown on the underneath route. He does get out of bounds after a short gain. But Brown, his 6th catch of the game.
They're going to have an opportunity in here to throw the ball into the end zone, Christian. They are.
The replay again. Brown is living underneath today and doing a good job of doing something after catching the football.
He's got trips to the left right here. And they're playing zone on that side.
Bowski back, steps up, got himself some time, looks over the middle. Ball goes through the hands of R.J. Rowe. And we have 4th down from Marist. They have about 7 yards to go for a 1st down. Only 18 seconds left, though, on the clock. One timeout. Do you burn your last timeout here to talk this over, or you can't afford to burn your timeout with only 18 seconds to go?
He's got to throw the ball in the end zone right here is what he's got to do.
Fourth and 7 for Chris Dabowski.
He's got 2 plays. If he can get a first down right here, he can burn his timeout. Maybe that's his thinking. He's not going to the end zone.
He's got time. Probably running for a first down. Decides to do that, getting a good job of blocking. Does he get up enough, though? Looked like he had plenty of room inside. Decided to take it outside, and I'm not sure he got enough for a first down. Will Brown was throwing him a block, but Dabowski decided to cut it outside, and we will get a measurement on the field. There's only 9 seconds to go. They had to get to the 42-yard line for a first down. We'll look at the highlight here. I thought he made a good decision to put the ball down and run it, but
he did.
Looked like there may have been more room in the middle of the field.
Well, and again, he's trying to get out of bounds with a first down to stop the clock so they can save their timeout to have an idea what they want to do.
Big measurement is an understatement coming up right here.
Absolutely, it's the ball game for Marist. If they can get a first right here, they'll have a chance for one more play.
First down will give, if it's a first down, we'll give them 1st and 10 from the 42 with 9 seconds to go. But if they come up short, and they are a good view there from the field. They're about a football and a half or so short, and Bucknell's defense comes up with the biggest stand.
I got to give Bucknell credit. I mean, the 4th quarter, they had the ball on their own 5-yard line and fought all the way back with 2 great catches and 2 great throws. In coverage. No blown coverages, no missed assignments, just 2 great athletic plays.
Ooh, you just feel the air come out of the stadium. A very deflating feeling here at Tenney Stadium. Been 3 good quarters of football from Marist, and all it took, though, was 2 Marcelo Trigg-led scoring drives and got his team back on top, and they go in what teams like to call the victory formation. Tim Landis. That will do it from Tenney Stadium. Bucknell ruins the Marist homecoming. They come from behind to win this one, 21-17. When we come back, we'll have the Pepsi postgame, so keep it here. You're watching the Pepsi Game of the Week on the Cable 6 Sports Network. Welcome back to Tenney Stadium. Final score today, Bucknell 21, Marist 17. Now we go down to the field where Lindsay LaCory is standing by with, I'm sure, a very disappointed head coach Jim Parody. Lindsay.
Yeah, Christian, Coach, a heartbreaking end here on homecoming. Where do you turn to first? Where's the first part of the game film you're going to look at?
Well, you know, first of all, give Bucknell a lot of credit. They played well at the end. They got that last drive down on us. Our kids played with extreme intensity all day long. I'm very proud of them for that. And unfortunately, we came out on the short end. But we competed all day long, and that's all we can ask. And, you know, a play here or there. And, again, we come out on the other end. But, you know, again, as long as when we compete, you know, that's what's most important for us.
A couple positives, of course, coming out of this game. One of them, of course, being Bo's touchdown in the first quarter. Just quickly before I let you go, talk about him breaking the record.
Well, I'm happy for him, and you know, he's put in a lot of work in the program over the time that he's been with us. He's overcome a lot of injuries, and it was a great touchdown run that he made there to get in on the first play offensively. And so, you know, he's a tremendous kid, and like we've talked about before, as good of a football player he is, he's just a better person than that.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck the rest of the way.
All right, thank you very much, Lindsay.
Christian, back up to you.
Thank you very much, Lindsay and Coach. Here we look at Marist's first touchdown of the game, 80 yards. Bo goes. And that got Marist off to a good start today. Unfortunately, couldn't finish it the same way.
Like Coach Parody said, though, Christian, they played hard with intensity the whole ball game. Give credit to Bucknell. They went from their own 5, you know, with 3 minutes to go in the game. Is that what it was? 3 minutes to go in the game, maybe? And to go ahead for the winning touchdown.
Always hard to do a interview when you lose a game. Very classy, Coach Parody there, spending some time with us. But Marist, a tough loss. They led most of the way through 3 quarters. They led 21-17. Now we'll look at our play of the game. And that was Marcelo Trigg. This is the one that gave Bucknell the lead. Sean Pasternak in the back of the end zone.
There's nothing that Marist could have done. They had him in the front. They had him, on the side. The ball was up. He just out-jumped them and made a great play.
That is our CDPHP play of the game. Marist record now goes to 1-5. Bucknell goes to 3-1 for Marist. They will stay here at home for the next 2 home games, but now we'll look at our Pepsi player of the game. And again, it's number 88, Sean Pasternak, the sophomore wide receiver from Clark Summit, Pennsylvania. He is our Pepsi player of the game.
He's done a great job. I mean, he made difficult catches at a difficult part of the game for his team. And he was up, he was sure-handed. He deserves it.
And that will do it for us from Poughkeepsie. A tough one for the Red Foxes on homecoming. They lose to Bucknell 21-17. Pepsi Game of the Week will go back to the high school football field next week. We'll be with you from Slate Hill when NFA takes on Menacing Valley. Thanks for joining us. The final score again, Bucknell 21, Marist 17. For Lindsay LaCory and Marsh Canosa and the rest of the Game of the Week crew, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.